Broadcasting live from the Black Hills of South Dakota, this is your news leader, the Rapid City Journal. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of City Beat, brought to you by the Rapid City Journal and the City of Rapid City. I'm Nathan Thompson with the Journal, and today we have the Executive Director of the Monument, formerly known as Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, Craig Baltzer. Craig, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me here today, Nathan.
We're happy to have you, and there's a lot of really cool things that are going on at the monument right now, and I wanted you to have the ability to tell some of the developments that are going on. And if you have any questions about either events or anything that we may be talking today with Craig, feel free to ask any questions that you might have in the comments section below this video. I'll be monitoring those, and if we have enough time, I'll try my best to ask Craig some of those questions that you might have about events and upcoming things coming to the monument right here in Rapid City. So Craig, again, if people have been watching, we know that there's been some big developments with the name. First of all, let's talk about the name of the complex.
Yes. We were very fortunate enough to be working with, we actually had some really nice offers for naming rights in the building from several different companies, really strong offers, but we were very fortunate to end up with a great partner. Monument Health is our naming rights. That has been a slow changeover since pretty much the beginning of the year, because we have to change over so many things. But officially that contract took place July 1, just a little bit ago, and we are now officially the Monument. So I have to learn not to say Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, but what a great partner. They really stepped up, and what we're doing there with sponsorship is really a necessity for how we need to operate in the future. So it's outstanding for us to get that.
I don't think you're the only one who's having to get used to calling the facility the Monument. It's been, but effective July 1st, that was the official switchover day,
right?
Where the Monument is now the place for all of the big, huge events in Rapid City. And the Summit Arena as well is a huge project approved here to bring a new venue to the Civic Center.
Right.
So talk a little bit about the arena and where we are with that project.
Well, that arena is a world-class arena, and it's going to modernize and put the ability for us to book larger events and even different events in there that we couldn't do in our existing facilities. There was physical limitations to that. The existing facilities, and so it's really going to help in that, and the project's going great. This is going to be 11,300 all-in seat venue, and it puts us a little bit higher to a different caliber of events to get in there, and to grow current events, which is a big part of our program. So it's going great. I mean, the voters came out strong for that when they came out for it. I'm really happy in how the design went and how we're working together. We've had our number of problems on it, especially during COVID and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, to look back and see where we came and to be where we're at right now, I couldn't be happier.
Oh, and it's a wonderful facility. Not everybody has been able to see it because obviously it's still in construction phases right now.
Yes.
But the construction companies, Mortensen and Skull, the contractors for the project, as well as the monument. You've hosted the media there.
Yes, we did.
A few times since the project, and I can tell you that it is an absolutely amazing structure that we are going to be enjoying here. So the current status, where are we at on construction? When is opening of the new arena is scheduled to be?
So the construction status, I mean, we literally get pretty much done with all of the hard things like the steel and the concrete. There's some outdoor concrete work being done, but the floors have been done and all that. And the seats are now halfway done going inside the venue.
Yeah.
Really what you're seeing is a lot of finishes going in. This is where we're doing drywalling where we need to, and putting finished tile in where we need to put finished tile in, flooring, ceiling, those kinds of things. But it's a very big place, so there's a lot of that to be done. And the more minutia and finishes that we get to, the more of them there are. You talk about all of the kitchen equipment and all the concession stands and all that kind of stuff. All the plumbing has been done, but the fixtures aren't all in yet. So, I mean, there's a lot to be done between now and opening, but we are on time for opening. I'm sure it'll be a crazy madhouse those last few weeks, but we are on time to be opening up events in October. And we at this point in time, we can't back out of that. We got to go forward and open up events in October. So we're going to make it.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful, and it's going to be a facility I think that the people of Rapid City can really take some pride in, and a lot of thought, a lot of planning has gone into looking at this new facility and getting the arena ready for some of our largest events. One, of course, being the Hesapa Wasipi, the Black Hills Powwow,
right.
That will be coming up. So talk about some of those opening events that you can right now,
right.
For the opening of the new arena.
So I'd be glad to. A lot of what we're going to see is opening events. A lot of these are events that we've had before, but now we get to do them bigger. So those normal events that you see, you have the powwow, which is going to be, I mean, they're striving to be the largest powwow in the world on this one. They've been around the third largest in the world in the past. So this is a big deal. And that's an international event. But then to take it to All-State Chorus and to L&I basketball tournament, and a lot of those kinds of things, we were able to build those and grow them with the new venue, and actually working the Barnett, we're calling it the Barnett Fieldhouse now.
Okay, good.
But working that floor with that space, the whole idea is to be able to bring in larger events that need multiple spaces and work together. So when it comes to some other kinds of entertainment, like concerts and all that, there's not a lot I can announce at this point in time. We did announce one this week for King and Country, which is a great Christian music act. It's a big one. That's coming. And we have some others that we'll be announcing throughout the summer that will be going in this fall. But really, we're still dealing in the entertainment industry, we're still dealing with COVID. And a lot of that big shocker name that you really wanted to get the first day you open the arena, it's just not going to happen that way.
Yeah.
A lot of the big artists are using 2021 to fulfill their lost events in 2020, and they're not adding anything else. So for us, it's going to be a slow move, and then into 2022, you're going to start seeing a lot more building there. But it doesn't mean we're not going to have shows. I do have some stuff that's being booked. Some are on the fence. Some are already booked solid. But I can't announce them.
Right. Gotcha.
But that's in the concert realm. Everything else is coming. All that other stuff that our arenas normally do, and more is coming. So we expect to have probably the largest Black Hills Stock Show and Rodeo this year, the largest L&I tournament this year. I think our state tournaments, all the stuff that we do there, are going to be bigger than ever. And we're designed to do it now. We're designed to hold it that way. So it's going to be outstanding.
And not just the arena events, but really our forefathers in the 1970s really had a great vision for Rapid City. With that facility, the monument, the complex as a whole, I mean, you have the Fine Arts facility. Later on was built the ice arena. We have Rushmore Hall, LaCroix Hall. We have, of course, Barnett Fieldhouse, as you now call, and now the Summit. I mean, Craig, really for a city the size of Rapid City, where else can you find facilities like this?
Yeah, cities under 100,000 people typically don't have all these facilities, and they may not even have but one or two of them. And here we have them all under one roof, so they can be managed congruently. It's a really amazing and very unique complex in the country. I've worked in this industry for over 30 years, and I'm going to tell you, this is a very unique complex in a town this size. But what makes it possible is not just because we're a city the size we are, it's that we're the regional hub for a long ways away. That's what helps make that work. Also, the fact that we're a destination location, meaning people who will travel here for events. Our convention business is almost entirely based on the fact that we're in the Black Hills, and so they can have their convention and enjoy some free time and enjoy the Black Hills a little bit, and that's different than going to Vegas every year. Mm-hmm. So we're getting a lot of that kind of traffic, especially after COVID. We are getting a lot more of that kind of traffic than we had before. We've been very busy with that kind of business. But even a concert, when you bring in a big name, we pull from 30 different states, 28 different states. Sometimes between 40 and 60% of our audience comes from more than 3 hours away, mm-hmm. and that's all economic impact, and that's all tourism, and that is what's probably the big success of this complex over all these years.
Mm-hmm. And just talking about bringing in this traffic from across the United States. I mean, one fairly significant announcement that was made earlier in the year was the relocation of Freedom Fest,
right,
from Las Vegas to Rapid City.
Right.
That's going to be going on, I believe, latter part of this month.
Right.
So that just shows that, hey, Rapid City is getting on the map here,
right,
with some of these nationally known conventions, right, and programs. I think Shenyun has also recently announced that they're coming back, I
right,
think in August.
Right.
Yeah, so this facility that we have here, sometimes we take it for granted, but it really is a huge asset for the city.
Right, right. And on the convention side, we have some nice facilities. We're obviously don't have a convention center as big as Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But for those mid-sized conventions of a certain size and our hotel room support in town, we can host them. And really COVID helped put us on the map because we were open while others weren't. Mm-hmm. And so we have picked up a lot of conventions since last fall. And that is still rolling. We got their attention now, and we're now rolling that, and so that's great. And then when it comes to entertainment, touring entertainment, like Shenyang, you pointed out, we now have facilities that can go from in our theater. You can legitimately do a show in there for 700 or 800 people. It holds up to 1,700 people in there. But then you're able to jump to the Summit Arena, which is been designed to be multi-purpose in such a way that we can put audiences in there as small as 3,500 or mm-hmm. expand that depending on where we place the stage and the curtaining systems and expand that to 11,300. So it gives us a wide variety of different levels of shows to play mm-hmm. with.
Yeah,
and then not even speaking of sporting events.
Right, exactly, exactly. I mean, just the versatility of that complex,
right.
of the Civic Center that is ours, the citizens of Rapid City.
Right.
It's an amazing thing. How's your staff doing, by the way? Are they ready and geared up for everything going on?
They are so excited, and if we all don't kill each other before we open, everything will be just fine. Because there's a lot of decisions to be made right now,
yeah.
just on the way you operate this thing. And this is, in the Summit, things are going to be different than existing arenas completely. And so things like the labor shortage in our area is a problem as we're gearing up. And how are we going to tackle that problem? We have a tremendous amount of meetings and planning going into this building right now. We want to nail it. We absolutely want to nail it. So passions and feelings of people, thoughts of at every meeting, it's open table. When we sit in that room, I'm not the boss. We all share exactly how, because we don't want to miss a beat and think of everything. So
right.
it's been rough. They've been putting a lot of hours in, and will through this first year of this opening. So
exciting times ahead.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For
They're
the
very
monument.
excited.
Yeah, for the monument here in Rapid City. Well, Craig, thank you again so much for joining us today. Good luck to you and your staff as these events begin to really ramp up for the monument here in Rapid City.
Well, thanks for having me, Nathan.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And thank you for joining us today on this episode of City Beat, brought to you by the Rapid City Journal and the City of Rapid City. Now, we normally are here every 2 weeks, but we will actually be taking the next portion. I think that's going to be a very beginning of August. We will not be producing a program, but we will have a City Beat program for you in the middle of August. Hey, I've got to take a little bit of vacation. I'm just going to be honest with you. So that's why we're putting a temporary hiatus on this show. But we do appreciate everyone who tunes in here on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. For the Rapid City Journal, I'm Nathan Thompson. Have a great rest of the day.